Oh, hello. These are my fantasy football week 9 rankings. What's going on, Couch fam? Let's jump right into the quarterback rankings for week 9. Russell Wilson is atop of my rankings. Great matchup against the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers make a lot of mistakes, but still their pass defense is bad. They're able to put up points. They have 2 elite receivers in Godwin and Mike Evans. This is just the perfect matchup. I see Metcalf having a good game. I see Lockett having a great game. And I see one other receiver. I don't know, will it be Jaron Brown or maybe another Seahawk also having another good game. Maybe even it's Chris Carson or Penny involved in the pass game. Great matchup for Russell Wilson. Wilson playing on a super elite level, could win MVP of the NFL this year. And then we have Deshaun Watson, very similar situation. A lot of the same things I just said about Wilson as far as him possibly winning MVP this year as well. Decent matchup against the Jags. The problem is this game is played in London. Weather not so good. Just a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of wind, maybe like a 14 miles an hour. So not the best weather conditions. Still not enough to scare me to not start him or anything like that. Like, he's top 2 quarterback. He'll still be good. Might affect a pass or two, and sometimes that's enough. You know, that could be a Kenny Stills 45-yard touchdown or something like that. So that's why I'm ranking Wilson ahead of Deshaun Watson. Then it gets a little bit messy. And the number one question I'm getting this week, fantasy question, I get some real life questions too. That's another story. Fantasy question is Lamar Jackson. Should I start him? Should I bench him? And I'm going to have to basically say yes, start him. Although there are some options I would start ahead of him. And Aaron Rodgers that's really tough. We've never been able to pinpoint really how good Rodgers is in fantasy. Yeah, he's been balling the last couple weeks, but before that, not so much. Once Devontae Adams comes back, I think we'll have a lot more confidence in Rodgers week to week, and we'll know that he's elite as far as fantasy numbers goes. He's obviously elite in real life. Would I start Rodgers over Lamar Jackson? Be honest, I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson ahead of Rodgers, but oh man, is it so close. And I'm going to go ahead and move Stafford ahead of Lamar Jackson. So as of right now, I got it. Russell Wilson, number 1, then Deshaun Watson, then Dak, then Stafford at 4, Lamar Jackson at 5, and I think we'll leave it around there for the top 5. I don't see me moving much around. This is my thinking with Lamar. Basically start him unless you have an option like Deshaun Watson or Wilson. Start him. Let's see what he can do against the Patriots. Patriots defense is the real deal. They are super elite on another level, but this is the first time they're facing even a decent quarterback. They face quarterbacks like Luke Falk. They faced the Dolphins, whoever was playing. Ryan Fitzpatrick, don't know if he played all 4 quarters. Probably played, I think, like 3 quarters, and then it was Josh Rosen. The best quarterback they've played against, I think, is Josh Allen and the Bills. And Josh Allen's okay, but I wouldn't say he's elite or anything like that. I'd say Lamar Jackson is better. So they've had some very easy matchups. They played against Baker Mayfield as well, who's been horrible this year. And Kyler Murray, he is not a good start against the Niners. We need to fear the Niners. I'd even put him behind Wentz, even maybe behind Daniel Jones. Like, it's really not a cute. You don't want to start Kyler. I put Darnold 1 here. I just want to keep moving Kyler down. Yeah, right around there, I feel like is a good spot for Kyler Murray, right around QB 20. I got to put Brissett above Kyler Murray. I trust Brissett a lot more. Let's put Brissett around QB 17. I don't like Wentz that much. I want to put Wentz around where Jimmy Garoppolo is. And let's move Fitzpatrick down a few spots. right here around where Kyler Murray is. And I do like Kirk Cousins this week. Right here is QB 13. Let's see if we can move him up just a little bit. I like Derek Carr, but probably more as a high-end QB2 instead of a low-end QB1. So he's startable this week. Good streaming option, but not the best. I think Daniel Jones has more upside than Carr, but not as good as a floor, especially with the questionable tag we have with Sterling Shepard. Shepard is trending towards playing, and that's going to really help Daniel Jones. But we've seen Daniel Jones play very well, and we've seen him play really bad, make some terrible rookie mistakes, just absolutely terrible. And so his floor is pretty low. Derek Carr, high completion percentage. He's a veteran. He's been playing decent, so it's much more trustworthy, especially if you're playing like DFS, like cash games, or head-to-head, which is what season-long leagues are. I would trust Derek Carr a lot more if I have about a 50% chance to win, and Daniel Jones is more of the risky start where you don't know what's going to happen, but lots of upside. So I think I'm going to put Daniel Jones right around here, actually. So we got Brissett at 14, Carr at 13, Cousins at 12, and I would even go so far as to put Cousins ahead of Brady going against the Chiefs. I don't trust Phillip Rivers. This is a bad one. I really don't. And yeah, I want him right around where Wentz and Darnold and Fitzpatrick is. Let's put him right here at right around 14. Let's put him there. And this is looking pretty good. I do like Josh Allen this week. I think he's going to have a great game against Washington. I like him so much that I'm going to go ahead and rank him number 6. So you would consider benching Lamar Jackson for Josh Allen? Like, it's that close. Allen, not as good as Lamar Jackson, but a way better matchup against Washington. Lamar Jackson better, but way worse matchup against the Patriots. Still, I'm giving the edge to Lamar Jackson. Why? Because what did someone say? Somebody once said, start your studs, right? I'd rather start the better player than the worst player, and that's clearly going to be Lamar. I'm going to actually move Aaron Rodgers one more spot down. I like you, man, but not that much. I see it being just about a tie with Kirk Cousins and Minshew, like really close right there. Rodgers, Minshew, and Kirk Cousins. Yeah, right around there. And we can move Minshew down actually one spot just because of the weather. So yeah, pretty confident with how I have it right here. Let's move on. By the way, guys, I do update these rankings and you can find them on fantasycouch.com. The link is also below in the description. And if you see a ranking that I got wrong or that you disagree with or you do agree with, just whatever, I do take what you guys say into consideration when I'm updating these rankings. So leave a comment below. This is a Dalvin Cook game. Dalvin Cook, my number one running back, but we just can't doubt C-Mac, even if it's against the Titans. This one's tough. I guess I'm going to leave C-Mac at 2. I really want to put him below Zeke, but then we can see a little sprinkle of Tony Pollard. We never see C-Mac get off the field unless they're getting shut out or they have like a 3-touchdown lead or something like that. And C-Mac is just so dynamic, so good in the pass game. It's just going to be, even when the Niners destroy the Panthers, C-Mac still balls out. And so that's why I'm just going to rank him number 2 in these RPPR rankings. In standard, I guess you can put Zeke ahead of C-Mac. It's really close. I give these guys just about a tie. But I got to give the edge to C-Mac, who's been just on another level this year. Super, super elite level in a class of his own. So let's put him at 2. Let's put Dalvin at 1. I feel like Dalvin has a higher floor. Upside's obviously amazing. He's my RB1 this week. But I think C-Mac has a little bit lower floor than Dalvin Cook. Upside is pretty close. And that's why I'm ranking Dalvin Cook higher. How do you not feed Dalvin against the Chiefs? Doesn't matter if Mahomes is playing or if Matt Moore is playing. you're going to feed Dalvin Cook against the Chiefs. It's the winning formula. If Dalvin Cook has success and you don't screw up, Kirk Cousins doesn't throw any picks, you win this game. Like, automatically, you win this game, especially against Matt Moore. Matt Moore is not as good as Patrick Mahomes. That's analysis right there. Dalvin Cook, number 1. And yeah, I'll put Zeke here, Saquon, Nick Chubb. This could be a really good game for Chubb. He's got that high floor. I'm going to move Bell at 5. This is the game you start Bell. Like, it's probably going to be, what sucks, it's probably going to be a close game. This is the best chance the Dolphins have of winning, is against the Jets. I guess we kind of saw against the Steelers, they had a little bit of a chance and momentum shifted big time. Against Washington, people thought they had a chance. I did too. And this is going to be a great opportunity against the Jets. The Jets are almost winless. Like, they only won 1 game, not been playing well. I'm going to put Bell at 5. I love Chubb at 6 right here. Fournette at 7 going against the Texans in that London game. This is looking pretty dang good. And you know, I like Tevin Coleman so much that I'm going to go ahead and rank him at 8. The Niners and their running backs are insane. Aaron Jones at 9. Chris Carson at 10. Josh Jacobs 11. And Derrick Henry. This is good. Derrick Henry at 12. Don't really trust Melvin Gordon. Who does? We got to rank him way lower. Yeah, right around where Mark Walton is. Yeah, this is looking pretty good here. Miles Sanders' health matters. I think he's going to be okay, though. So let's put Jordan Howard just a few spots lower behind Eckler. And David Montgomery. I know a couple people made fun of me, but I did play him last week. It was a tough choice, especially after getting like 2 carries. But I think he can do it again. And this defense is tough, though. So upside is very limited. I think I'm going to start him again against the Eagles. I think he's okay. Not great, but okay. Maybe get you 13 or 14 fantasy points, something like that. Mark Walton does have an amazing matchup. He's not a great running back, but against the Jets, he's start worthy. You can start him. James Conner is shaping up to possibly not play. And so I'm just going to, for now, I'll rank him a few spots lower. Well, like 30 spots lower. And then like 10 spots lower. And then I'm going to rank Jalen Samuels up very high. If Benny Snell is out, if James Conner is out, Jalen Samuels is going to be an excellent start. I want him right around where Josh Jacobs is. So right there at number 12. And that's assuming that Conner will be out. I'm going to put AP a spot lower. Don't like him at all against the Bills. LaShawn McCoy carries the ball like a loaf of bread. That's not good. Let's move White. White's been so consistent, man. 11 fantasy points every game. Like every single game. He'll get you 9. He'll get you 12. He'll get you 10. He'll get you 11. Man is super consistent with his receptions. It's insane. This is like the most consistent fantasy player this year. And that's what I'm going to put Drake. I don't know how many touches Drake is going to get. Let's move him down a few spots. And that looks pretty good. I think you might even want to start James White over Mark Ingram. He's pretty risky. It's around there, though. It's not a big difference. Yeah, I like these rankings right here. Melvin Gordon, dude, I don't trust you at all, bud. Not at all. We got to move you down. I'd rather start Eckler. Okay, wide receivers. Is Devontae Adams going to play? I don't know. Keenan Allen seemed like he was going to be very injured, like way worse, way more limited last week. But he was actually okay. He got a lot of snaps, close to 70% of the snaps. Wasn't that limited. Wasn't terrible. So that goes to show me that he might be getting healthier. Still, I just don't trust him that much. I'm going to rank him a spot lower. I love Hopkins. number 1. I love Tyler Lockett at number 2. And the Saints are on bye. That's why Michael Thomas isn't up there. And this looks pretty legit right here, man. I love the, yeah, it looks pretty set. I see a big game for Odell Beckham. Now, as far as trust, as far as his floor, it's bad. Like, that's there. He's boom or bust. Or just, let's just say he's unpredictable. This could be a huge game for him, especially if Chris Harris covers Jarvis Landry. Actually, I take that back. I think Chris Harris is going to guard Odell Beckham, and I don't like it. So, big game for Jarvis Landry. I think Chris Harris might shadow Odell Beckham. And I don't like Cortland Sutton either because I don't know about his quarterback. This new quarterback for the Broncos could be better than Flacco because Flacco's been absolutely... Is Flacco a top 30 quarterback? I feel like Matt Moore is better. I feel like Taysom Hill is better. Kyle Allen's better. I don't think Joe Flacco is a top 30 quarterback. So for Brandon Allen, who's a starting QB for the Broncos, to be better than Flacco, it's not that much of a stretch. He's a complete unknown. Still, that just makes Cortland Sutton not trust. Like, we just don't know. It's unpredictable. It's not trustworthy. He can do even better. Probably won't do much worse. It's hard to get much worse than Flacco. We've seen it happen, though. What's one time we really seen it happen? That was Nathan Peterman when he replaced Tyrod Taylor and threw 5 picks in 4 seconds. That's got to be some kind of record. It's got to be some kind of like record that can't be beaten. Nathan Peterman holds it. So let's move Julian up a few spots. Let's put him up to 9 right here. T.Y. Hilton did not practice. Otherwise, I absolutely love him. Don't know what's going on there. And that's Thursday. He didn't practice on Thursday. Who do we move up? Do we move Chark up a little bit? Yeah, let's move Chark up. Let's move Odell down just a couple spots. And yeah, these are some pretty bold rankings, but yeah, I do like them. Let's put Juju above Odell. Let's put him right here at 14. Last game was a Galladay. This game could be more of a Marvin Jones type game. Let's see what happens. And let's move on to the next position. Tight ends. Let's see what we got here. George Kittle, Kelsey. We got to move Darren Waller. Let's move Waller at 2, Kelsey at 3. Now, if Mahomes plays, I'd like to move Kelsey up just to make things clear. Sorry, a little bit construction going on outside. I don't know how much you guys can hear that. And yeah, so that's going to be the top. I like my top 4. Kittle, Waller, Kelsey, and Henry. And then after that, it's just a big mess of what's going on. I don't think Delaney Walker is going to play. So let's just make sure that Jonnu Smith is up high. Don't know, but let's assume Walker's not going to play. So let's put Jonnu around tight end 10. Maybe, yeah, tight end 10. Maybe ahead of Noah Fant. I don't like Noah Fant. Move you down. Right there. And Mark Andrews, I'm starting him, but I don't have anybody else, but not too confident in him. So yeah, I do like these rankings right here. Let's go to defenses. What do we got here? It's very close in the top 5. So Niners D is number 1. It could easily be Jets D. Browns D is a bit unpredictable, a little bit risky. Just got an alert that Kenyon Drake will get major run. Let's go back. Let's move him up. Let's go back to running. Going back to running back. Okay, let's, where's my Kenyon at? Kenyon Drake. Let's move you up. Well, he's going against the Niners, so that's not really that good. I guess I would have just leave you at 26. Going up against the Niners is not a good thing. Well, what can I say? I ranked him correctly. Defenses, yeah, top 5, very close. Panthers D is a good streaming option. I like the Seattle defense because even though it's going to be a high-scoring game, I think the Bucs will score. They'll have a lot of success. They're prone to turn the ball over every 2.2 seconds. And we have the Browns going against the Broncos. That's why I like the Browns D, but also like the Broncos D because we've seen how the Browns D operates. Not good sometimes. So yeah, this is pretty much set right here. And I think I got my kickers set as well. It's gonna be short video, guys. This is short, and this is gonna be short analysis right here. My top 3 kickers, and all 3 are super elite this week, is gonna be Seattle kicker Jason Myers at number 1, Robbie Gould, the Niners kicker, at number 2, and Matt Prater, the Lions kicker, at number 3. Love all 3 options. You can put Matt Prater at number 1. You can put Robbie Gould at number 1. But I got Jason Myers at number 1. I love all 3 of those options. I think they will all go absolutely berserk. Get you 8+ fantasy points. You guys know I love kickers. And I just can't stress enough that I do a little bit of research on kickers every week. Maybe even every day sometimes. I do some research heading into the draft. And other fantasy analysts pretty much ignore kickers. They're just like, that one. Right now, I look at the lines. I look at the weather. I look at the wind. I look at their accuracy. What have they missed? Their extra points. How good they are. What kind of team is it? You know, how many times will they get in the red zone? How many times will they get in field goal distance? And predicting teams that get in field goal distance and then the defense stopping them, that's unpredictable. You can't really predict that. You can't. Okay, so like when you go up against the Dolphins, it's like people think, all right, they're gonna just allow touchdowns. That may not be you don't know that. There's no way to really know that the Steelers don't get a penalty and then have to kick a field goal, and then do they make it or not? It's just so hard to predict. So mostly what I go after is like, are they going to have a lead? Are they going to settle for field goals in the second half? And I think Matt Prater is going to kick a ton of field goals, ton of extra points. Robbie Gould's going to be in field goal distance a lot, going up against an up-tempo team in the Cardinals. This is the first time they face off. Could be a messy game, but I see the Niners dominating. Robbie Gould will get his opportunities. Niners need to get their special teams fixed. There's always some mumbling and stumbling. Quarterback Jimmy G throws a pick every game. Like this, they need to get this stuff cleaned up. And then Robbie Gould has a chance to be the best kicker in fantasy football if they get this stuff cleaned up. They don't turn the ball over, and they don't mumble snaps and do a bunch of weird stuff on special teams. They get that fixed. I'm telling you, Robbie Gould legitimately could be the number 1 kicker. It's going to be tough because Greg Zuerlein's so good, and Tucker and Bucker, and also Will Lutz is very good. So top 5 realistically. But yeah, he would have a shot to be the best kicker. That's how much I do like Robbie Gould. But yeah, realistically, more like top 5 is his upside rest of the season than number 1. But yeah, Jason Myers, I've been picking him up. I've been starting him. He hasn't been performing well. Recently, though, everyone else has seen it. He has been performing well. And if you look back to last year's accuracy, is absolutely amazing when he was on the Jets. So Jason Myers, I love him, and he's been actually performing well the last few weeks, so that's a good sign. And of course, Matt Prater's always been good, accurate, also has a very strong leg and can boot it. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Just hit the couch icon over there, and I'm going live to do mid-season fantasy awards tonight on the second channel. That's Fantasy Couch Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to that one as well. Hit this up with a thumbs up, thumbs down if you did not like it. Good luck this week in fantasy football, and I'll catch you on the next one.